Welcome to Cataclysm of Kang, Rank 5, Session 2. So, where do we last leave off? A lot of information from last session, a lot of things that needed to be known. The fact that at this point, this world, the world of Hydra, was on the verge of being destroyed by the entity known as Galactus that was coming. So the plea came out from the resistance. For them, they know it's utter destruction. They need help. They need heroes. Theirs have been decimated on their world. Therefore, they need you, the more powerful cosmic entities from your world. So, at this point, you were able to go over to the other world, the other universe, and be able to connect over there with who was a resistance member, which, lo and behold, was someone totally unexpected. Lockjaw, the inhuman dog, belonging to the Inhumans, the royal family themselves. But why was it that the royal family couldn't attend? Turns out, their version of Kang, now naming himself Godking Kang, decided that he was going to use the Inhumans and basically control them. At that point, Lockjaw was able to get out and send a message and a plea for help, in which you all responded and came to the moon itself, which was totally surprising. There, you met this world's version of the Watcher, who warned you about the fact of something, even though he's not as intrusive as the version from your Earth. This one actually was at least somewhat helpful in some information, but not in everything. And from there, you garnered that, unfortunately, you can't get to Kang and free the royal family because of some kind of power preventing it. And the only way to do that is to destroy the power supply that powers the field that prevents you from entering the royal palace. But you found out that on that one, it turns out it's in the past. And that's where the headache comes from time travel. The thing of paradoxes and things that are, were they before or were they after? That is the question. And that is where things get muddled for you. But, lo and behold, you know that at least Kang's ship, his chair per se, was programmed with coordinates to go back to this region where his power supply lied. When you went there and captured the ship and took it, and were able to manipulate it into going back into the past of that universe, of course, you found out that it was in ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt itself, where, lo and behold, another Kang resided. The very first version of him. And of course, totally unfamiliar to you, he is known as Ramatut, the Pharaoh. Now, I know you know nothing of that variation of Kang, so in this instance, we're going to learn a little bit about him, which was something that we left off from last session. And at this point, we're going to see about letting you learn a little bit about that Kang. So let's go down to the section where we can do the who is. Okay. Let me know that you can see.
We're good, we can see it.
Okay. And at that point, here's the little history lesson per se.
Hurtling through time and crash landing in the year 1940 BCE, Nathaniel is found by the desert-dwelling primitives and uses advanced technology to frighten and dominate them. This was the birth of the pharaoh Ramatut. Not well known to history, and with a short reign of only a few decades, this was the first taste for Nathaniel of greater potential. Rama-Tut was armed with two great advantages in his day: knowledge of the future events yet to unfold, and the advanced technology from his era that he was able to bring with him to the past. Nothing was more potent in his arsenal than the ultra-diode ray. This fearsome weapon was capable of firing a beam that could drain the target's strength and powers, rendering them unconscious. Additionally, it could be fired at a lower setting to mind control victims. It was this weapon that was the secret of Rama-Tut's control of the native tribes of this ancient era. There's one important piece of information that Rama-Tut attempted to use to his advantage right away. In the area of Egypt where his time machine deposited him, a mutant of particular infamy would be born.
And who would that be? That might come into play sometime soon. But for now, you know that you're in ancient Egypt, and that somewhere here is his power supply, which you would assume would most likely be at the temple of Rama-Tut himself. And as you recall from last session, Rama-Tut himself has just gone off with a large portion of his army to go into the desert to go conquer someone who evidently is a problem for him. Luckily for you, that is the case, because even with all your vast powers, the amount of technological know-how and things that you just saw would definitely even overwhelm you all. But even with the small amount of forces that he left behind in the city so as to maintain control, you see that they look quite formidable. From human-sized robots to gigantic 25-foot tall robots. So in this case, you're about to enter the city. You have the time chair with you. Now my question to you is what are you going to do with the time chair at this point? If you need to go into the city in order to investigate and find out about this power supply. What is it that you would like to discuss between yourselves on handling that?
Did we just, like, when we got transported there, did we just, like, randomly just show up in some part of the city? Or, like,
no,
where did
you showed up right outside the city.
Okay, is there anything
in the
around
desert
us?
region, but you can tell that it's still somewhat lush around you, as you saw by the picture that I showed you from before.
Where it's like the oasis.
Yeah, can we hide the chair?
Sure. How would you like to hide it?
I don't know, in bushes.
I mean,
would you like to put it in the water?
You can
but
see,
you can see
that it looks what it looks like there. So you can tell me where you would like to hide it, if at all. I did post out the picture for you to see how it looks like.
I mean, it's beauty.
We can pick a designated spot. We just
I mean, can we
put
can
it
we put it in like? Can we put it in some like bushes to hide it so that we have a way to get back?
Sure, you can do that. You can do that too.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd like to use my super strength to wherever we decide to hide it. I would like to disturb the ground a little bit, almost like make like a hole somewhere nearby to, like with my super strength, like dig up the earth.
Sure, you can do that easily. Being as strong
just so
as you all are.
that way we have an identifier of like remembering which bush it's at.
Okay, not a problem. Then you'll try to hide it in somewhat of a hole and cover it up with bushes, you said, right? And branches and such? Is that what you were...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you do that. And at this point now, you evidently want to enter the city at this point, correct?
Yep.
All right, so then with that, the following happens as you go in. So, are you disguising yourself in some way? That is also a question that needs to be asked and needs to be decided between yourselves.
Well, obviously we can see them. What are they dressed in? Are they just dressed in like robes?
Well, you were talking about ancient Egypt. So we're talking about people in like ancient wear of like Egyptian wear. So what is it?
Do we see a shop anywhere? Can I throw a vigilance roll to see if I see a shop where we can buy stuff?
Well, I'm sure you could probably enter the city and find a shop. The problem is looking the way you do now.
Well, we're not going to go naked.
Yeah, we can't. Well, we can't go anywhere because it's either wherever we wear or none of us have disguise.
Do any of you have any means of disguising yourself? Have you looked at your powers?
Yes, I don't have anything.
I have secret identity.
No, secret identity
No,
just means
that's-
that your identity is a secret. That's it. So like people who like in your normal world.
So no, I guess
I don't have anything.
I have disguise.
You have disguise? So if you have disguise, then you
Okay.
But like, come on.
She manipulates light, so she can actually change her form.
But no.
Pull it out, put it out.
Yeah, I
so
know.
we
I'm
can
trying to figure out which one.
whip it out right now. Show us.
God bless you.
Okay.
Look at that. She's disguised. That's even her new voice.
Go ahead and post that out that you have that, please.
I'm getting there.
Sam's squinting her eyes. She's just trying to look.
Gotcha.
Nope,
Yes.
it's your appearance and only your appearance.
Yeah, it's only her appearance, of course, but
So
and I mean, if you would try to sneak in somewhere, what would you do to try to do that?
no, just tell them what you want to look like.
Oh.
I mean, off the top of your head, she has she can alter
With
herself to
Hydra.
look any way she wants. You guys are the problem.
Well, yeah.
Okay, well maybe we'll just go hide in the bushes and send her into town to go
But
buy
if
us.
we have Hydra, they can just be my subjects and I'm ordering around.
Actually, you could do that if that's the case. All right, so you're gonna send her in to go find some
You're
stuff
like,
for you guys.
listen, biatches, let's go.
No. Subjects, subject.
All right, so then that's the decided factor. You're gonna let her go in and find something for you.
I mean, the only thing that I have is I have mists of Manipur, which creates a thick fog for up to 100 spaces.
Yes,
I've been
you could
saying
do
this
that.
for-
So, like, I could just fog the whole city at this point, I guess.
I've been trying to say something, but I didn't realize I was muted for a goddamn billion years here. But I've got astral form, so I could go through, the astral plane and then scout ahead so that no one has to be physically there as an option. Or we can send myself.
I also have astral form as well. I didn't realize that you could do that. Like, that's how that worked.
As long as someone's protecting our physical forms.
Oh, yeah. Does that work? Does the astral form allow us to walk around the city?
Well, yeah, you would be able to move around the city, but of course, if there's any interactions you need to do, you would not be able to do it.
Right, okay.
That would be the problem. So, again, if that's the
Okay.
way you want to go, you can do that, but otherwise, if you want to be able to physically be able to do
No,
something...
but
Why do we need to
But
go through the
listen.
city?
so nice. Let me say this. If we let you go astral form, which is completely fine, I agree with it. You can, as you're flying through, you can telepathically link with somebody, and you can, if you have what's the power? Like order or command, I think it is. You could maybe command somebody to get us clothes and bring it to our location or leave it at a location. And you can do that all while you're in the astral form, so nobody will see you.
I mean, I think it's a lot simpler and less dangerous for Sam to just go get some clothes and come back.
Which was what I originally said. But I was just saying if we wanted to go fancy.
Okay.
I thought that we would just want it to be undetected, but not that we would have to interact with people in the city.
Well, your hope is not to, but you never know.
Couldn't I just portal us to where we're going?
You have no idea where you're going except that
Yeah,
maybe the
we-
temple, but even then you don't know what's there, so...
We
I thought in
all I
order to portal, we have to have seen the place before, right?
all I need is an
Yes,
image
that
of
is
it,
correct.
and we could look them up online.
Not in ancient Egypt.
Oh, right. Fuck.
I was like, wait a second.
Damn
Not in
it!
ancient Egypt, we can't.
Alright, so then are we going to go with the plan with Sam?
Yeah. Do it, Sam. Bring us clothes.
Get it, girl.
Get it, girl.
Alright, Sam, so you're going to go into the city and you're going to give me a vigilance check, please. All right, so you definitely notice that some people are hanging out their clothes to dry. After all, this is ancient Egypt. That's how you did your wash. So you notice that there's a lot of locations where you could easily pick up clothes off the lines and bring enough for the party to disguise themselves, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
So, Photon, is that your purpose?
Am I still on mute?
No, they can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yes. I'm gonna take all the clothes that I can to clothe my people.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so you go, you collect some clothes for the party, you bring it back, and now everybody can now be disguised walking into the city. All right, perfect. Now you clothe yourself. You're now technically in disguise. Sam doesn't need one. She can alter her form to look any way she wants. And I'm assuming you're looking like an Egyptian woman.
I'm very much blending in as well.
Okay. All right. So at that point, you begin to walk into the city, because I think that if you begin to fly, you might attract the attention of the robot guards that are everywhere. And in answer to Nice's question, the reason that you would have to go into the city is because that's surrounding the temple, the city itself. So the temple's in the center, and so you're beginning to go in there, and you're looking at the sights, seeing how the people seem to be basically bowing their heads as they pass by all these statues of Ramatut and paying him homage. Some of them don't look like as if they're very happy with doing that, of course. Now, you also notice that some of the human-sized robots are patrolling the area. At this point, I need a logic check from everyone. Go ahead and give me a logic check.
I gotta do a logic check for you, babe.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. The first dice roll can't be from somebody else. Here we go.
Logic.
Non-combat rating. Yeah. It's better than nothing.
Nice, you gotta do a non-combat. Oh, there you go. Oh, and you marveled it. There you go, girl.
Wow, great.
Better option, good.
Okay,
Way better.
So Nice. Adam Warlock basically notices very, very well that these human-sized robots are definitely making sure that their presence is known to the populace. You notice anywhere they go, that I was saying before, they pay homage. Half of the people here, you can tell, don't seem to be very happy about this, that they have to bow to them, to the visages of Ramatut. Definitely, it seems like as if Ramatut is a dictator, for sure. A pharaoh, nevertheless, but a dictator. Now, at that point, as you all are going across and noticing this and such, you all hear what seems to be a crash, and you hear a scream of someone in the distance, and basically you know that it's in a location super close around the corner from you. Is this where you wish to go at this point?
I mean, yeah, I don't know that we can go anywhere else. So, yeah, we'll follow the screen.
I mean, real quick, there's no other, what's it called, out there sculptures or, trying to think of the word, landmarks, thank you. There's no other out of the ordinary landmarks that we can notice that may be kind of similar with our time?
Or
No, because you haven't been in Egypt. So you don't know the layout of Egypt. And plus, this is Egypt from 3,000 years ago. Very different.
Right, but what I was saying is that, you know, sometimes we can notice things that's from our own time. Like, I don't know, like for instance, you happen to notice like a watch or something like that.
Oh,
But
yeah, you definitely, the biggest thing, like I said to you, that you notice is that number one, the city is lush and green, which is something you've never known Egypt to be. Also the fact that there's technological robots everywhere, all around. But the people themselves, not one iota of technological, any kind of technological advancement of any kind on anyone. Everyone looks like they're in their ancient Egypt garb. So,
all right, yeah, let's just head around the corner.
All right, so you head over to where the scream came from, and at that point, I'm now going to change maps for you. At this point, here we go. Do you see the map, guys?
Yes. Turn on.
Okay, so as I was saying, so you come around the corner, and definitely you see what's going on is the following. You see that a commotion occurs as a woman runs out of her house clutching a young child. In fact, this is who you see. I'm going to show you now. You should see her appear on the map over in this location.
Yep, we see her.
And this is what she looks like. Okay?
A goddess. Let's go.
She's carrying her child. And she seems to be in distress and runs down the stairs screaming. And at that point, you see a moment later, two of those human-sized robots emerge from the house. One holding a teenage boy by the collar as if he weighs nothing. And I will now show that scene, which you will now see. You see him appear? See, this is a young boy.
Oh, little guy.
He looks so sad.
He is. He's very
I'd be
sad
sad too.
and angry right now because he's being held by the collar by those robots. And I can tell you right now, you begin to hear them speak. And what seems to be of notice to you is that you actually understand them when they should be speaking ancient Egyptian, but somehow you hear it in your language. And you hear the young child, you see the woman says, "Please, please let him go. I am begging you. I am begging for Pharaoh Ramatut's mercy for my son." And then you see that the young man shouts defiantly, "The gods will topple this false king! Glory to Egypt!" The woman pleads as the robots ignore her completely. "He is just young. He will learn to love and worship the Pharaoh as I have." With that, the robot's mouths open as a recording of Ramatut's voice plays. "The punishment for blasphemy is death." The robot's eyes begin to glow red with crackling energy, preparing to reduce the boy to ashes. Is there anything you wish to do?
First off, I'd like to point out this sounds very burning bush. Okay, in the Bible. Anyone's read it? This sounds very much like this, the Prince of Egypt. Just saying.
Hang on.
But I would like to intervene.
Yeah, I'd like to intervene.
I would like to intervene.
I think we all would.
Then
I wanna fly over
we're
it.
At this point, we're gonna go to initiative then.
Sounds great. I love that for us. Ooh, whoa, Clea.
Hey, Clea's ready.
Nice, 16, nothing. Night, I love you, baby. I love what?
Right
Nice.
on.
You have any?
I have an edge, so I'm just going to use my edge.
Yeah. I got a 16 too, but make sure you put your N there.
Yes, please do. Bonus rounds will help big time.
I just want to say, guys, Prince of Egypt. Sounds just like it. Alyssa, the bar is moving slowly but surely.
Okay, good.
I will roll my initiative.
In the sneaky 2 sips. Your initiative is a 10. 10.
I am not popping up in the initiative order.
Yeah.
Neither am I.
Neither of you two? Okay, then hold on a second. Let's do the following. I'm going to add your turn. And I'm also going to add Adam Warlock's turn. And you guys put in the number you rolled.
I would also like to point out that you rolled a 16 and I rolled a 16. And I have a modifier of 3 and you have a modifier of 2. So you should be going after me.
Not a problem. Let me just check to make sure that I don't have situational awareness. Which would give me a...
I have situational awareness too.
I do not. So therefore, you will go first then. I will now switch out.
Hyperion.
Well, it looks like as if I'm going last anyway on the... Oh, on the 16s I'm going last, it looks like anyway.
Good.
Also not letting me roll my edge on my initiative, even though I tried.
On the chat? In the chat window?
What's yours? 16? When did you roll 16? Yeah. So you have a 4. I have 3. What do you have? What's your modifier?
3.
Your
For initiative?
For initiative.
Let me take a look at your character sheet then real quick.
Hold on, I'm gonna re-roll.
Your photon, right?
It
is linked to you, nice.
I just refreshed, and I have 1, 2, 3, the 3 edge rolls, 4, 5, 6, 7 for everyone.
Right. Well, it's gonna be the first one.
I'm trying to find the first one. Give me a moment. Ooh. Okay, here we go. 14. Got it.
Narrator, while that's happening, just so you're aware, Photon should be ahead of me in the 16s because she's got an initiative modifier of 4. So she needs to be right after Clea. And we're talking Photon.
You mean under Clea?
That's what I meant. Well, like after Clea, like she goes after Clea.
Right.
In the lineup.
Is that better on the initiative order?
That looks great. As long as you're like as far to the bottom as possible, feels great. Also, everybody, just saying, I think a lot of us here.
Make sure you can access your token, please. Make sure you can do anything you can with the token before we begin. And Hyperion's the only one who got a bonus round?
Yep. Hyperion, make it count.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly up, and I'm gonna. How far do I need to be just to do ram?
You can be that distance that you're at right now.
All right. So I'm gonna go after this guy right here, and I'm gonna ram him.
All right. Go ahead and move your token all the way up there.
Yeah, I'm just working off of a laptop here. So
I didn't think this was the same. I didn't think it was off the same laptop.
Excellent. Love that macro use. Alright, so you go up and you go to ram him, and now I need you to make the... Oh, you did make the attack. There it is. Okay, you definitely hit him. Hold on. Let me tell you what happens. So as you fly in and you hit him, he immediately does the following as a reaction. So let me do this. So basically he does that as a reaction. And I will take away the focus he used. And you notice that he seems to absorb the blow of the hit from you. Let's see, we have to determine if he has any kind of sturdy. Let me see. He does not. So basically, How much damage did you do?
46.
Okay. So, immediately 46 is now added to his focus. As he absorbs your kinetic energy.
Okay.
And all of a sudden becomes bigger. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he absorbs it, becomes bigger, and crashes into the building there, taking part of it down from his growth size. And now he is that much bigger, unfortunately.
So, after I did my move there, I'm telling the little boy, because he did crash back, and I'm assuming the boy hasn't moved in his spot, I'm telling him to run.
Gotcha. All right, so you tell him to run. And that is your bonus round, correct?
That was my bonus round.
Okay.
The guy doesn't take any health damage?
Nope.
No, but but I just have a question, because it can only go up to double, correct? That's what I'm reading. It only goes up to double.
Alright.
So,
What's your question?
I guess my question is like, he can only do that up till double. So how does he take damage then? Because
he probably takes
because he
damage.
can't.
He can maximize the focus on his. He can't go past double. So after that,
Yeah, but then he can still use this as a reaction and just keep.
He can't.
He can't. Once he's at maximum, he's fine. So he starts taking damage after this, basically.
Yeah, it's like it's.
Okay.
All right. There's a scene in DBZ where this guy.
All right.
That's
it.
Okay.
And
All right, here we go.
We're good. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
All right, so now we're going to go to the actual start of the round, which is Cleo.
No,
You better say it.
Well, no. There's an extra round, but I go first anyways.
No, you did go.
No, I go
You
first.
chose to ram for your bonus round.
I know. I chose to ram, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. And so now we're at the top of the
Right.
order.
Now we're at the top of the normal round. The bonus round is now over since you were the only one in the bonus round.
Yes. Okay.
So at that point, now it goes to Clea. Go ahead and what would you like to do, Clea?
Alright, so this guy is 14 spaces from me. And I'm going to try to do Crimson Bands.
Ooh.
So I'm going to try to
Good choice. Good
paralyze
choice.
this guy.
I wonder where you got that idea from.
So character makes
I think Sam's eye twitched a little bit when she heard Crimson Bands.
I'm trying. There's a lot of powers. I'm trying to like remember what each thing
That is
does. Okay.
correct. That is why.
So makes an ego check with an edge against a melee defense. Okay, so an ego check with an edge. I'm assuming it's an attack, right? Or
Yes,
just
it is. It is an attack.
Okay.
So hold on a second. Wait, before you do that. An ego check with an edge.
Against the
fantastic.
melee
These
defense.
Okay, since it doesn't say anything about damage on it, then it's going to be a regular.
Non-combat?
No, it's gonna. It's gonna be a non-combat. Ego
Okay,
check.
so non-combat with an edge. I don't know that I needed it.
Yeah, you definitely have now encompassed him in the red bands of the crimson bands of Cider Rock.
Yeah.
As you notice
so,
that, definitely he is screwed at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure that was way past his melee defense. Alright,
Yeah.
so in order for him to break
in fact,
out...
I'll show you now that the crimson bands basically just come right across him.
I'll take 10 focus off. And so in order for him to break out, he needs a 20. And then
And
he
guess
is
what? He gets to do
paralyzed.
it as a reaction, though. So he's going to use that now to try to see.
Wait,
if
does he have 2
break out.
reactions? Oh, it's
Yes,
a new
he
round.
does. No,
Yeah,
it's a new
round.
right.
Yeah.
But he does
That's
have.
Okay.
So here we go. He's going to attempt it, and let me see if he has enhanced physique. If he has enhanced physique, he's going to get an edge on this roll. Okay, he does not have enhanced physique. So here we go. He's going to do a
Melee check.
melee check. Correct. to escape, to break out. Not
Damn.
enough.
No, it is enough.
Oh, yes. Wait a
It's a
minute.
20.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking out of the bands requires a check of 20.
But his reaction's gone, guys.
He has 2.
Oh. Well,
Alright, well, it was worth a shot. Alright, well. Next.
you're doing great. You're doing great, Cleo.
Maybe I'll get him next time.
Yes, you see that he's breaking out of it. All right. Do you want to move anywhere, or are you staying there?
No, I'm gonna stay here. I can attack from a distance.
Okay. Then at that point, we're going to go to Photon. Photon,
Alright.
what would you like to do?
I step aside away out of one sec behind Clea to get a better angle at this guy. And I'm gonna do this.
Ooh. You are how many spaces away?
Oh, 10. Sorry, hold on. I missed 10 spaces part. I can keep going. I don't know how far away.
You are 16.
So I don't know. Sorry.
Did you want to fly closer, or are
They,
you going to do it with trouble?
I'll just go right
This is
from right
No.
here. Oh,
nope.
one more up. You have to go one more up.
okay.
Yep, there you go.
Alright, I'm going from 10 spaces to do this. 5 more focus. I'm gonna do a total of 10 focus, because why not?
I'll do your math.
So 140 focus, gonna change now. And it's a melee roll?
No, it's an agility. Agility.
Oh, agility.
Yeah, agility.
Ranged attack or
And-
always agility?
And you have an
So there's
edge.
the agility roll.
And
with
you
an
get
edge.
Which one am I
In the middle.
do the middle, why not? Alright,
All right.
more damage.
All right. You definitely blasted him. By the way, if you can, do the macro that does the attacks on those, if you can.
So which one would I do?
The one that you move on. So if you here's doing the one.
Also, there would be plus 5 more damage.
Which
So it would be 40 damage. Is he going to use his reaction?
To this, he cannot.
Ooh. So it's okay, so he can only do that on melees.
Kinetic energy.
Oh, I love that. Okay, great. He takes 40 damage from Photon.
What's it called? The little animation.
Elemental Blast.
No.
There's literally a little thing down here that says Elemental Blast.
Mine doesn't. I don't have that listed on there.
You don't have. Did you go to your 3 dots here and see if it's there?
Just do.
Because my stuff's already
It
out.
should be beams or something if you go all the way over to the left.
You know, all the way to the left is
Is there anything?
target sword.
All right, we'll do it for next time. We'll do the thing for next time. I'll find
Here.
it.
Oh wait, barrage. I want the barrage.
Yes.
Try
yes,
that one.
Try that and click on the enemy there.
I think it was from.
Perfect.
Did it do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. All right,
All right. So you took off how much?
40 damage.
All right, and he takes it. He has no sturdy.
You can't do it.
So you notice you harm him, and he's like flabbergasted by the fact that you actually harmed him. All right, so at that point now we go to America Chavez.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I want to make sure that I'm good. Okay. So perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move up to him, and I'm just gonna punch him. Just gonna do a nice little clobber. Okay. And I say, huzzah! And I don't hit him, I assume.
You do hit him. Oh wait. Hit him. You're doing melee.
I hit him with a
you
melee.
miss.
I miss. Anybody?
Oh, teammate.
All right, great. Should I hit him?
Now that hits him.
All right, I'm waiting. Go ahead.
Hold on. He
Go ahead.
does have a reaction this time that he's using again. And it is going to be the energy absorption because he still has more he can absorb. So at that point, he's now going to spend the energy absorption that he did. Again, the same focus on that. Let me just bring it up. He has to spend another 10. And he takes no damage, but how much did you give him?
38.
38 more. So this is going to be plus 38. And he cannot go to that number, so I'm going to have to subtract 4. So at this point, he's now at maximum double of his focus.
But he also has no reactions left, so
that is correct.
Let's go Hyperion and Adam Warlock. Okay, my last bit of my move is that I'm going to come over here to the little boy.
But hold on a second. When you hit him, hold on a second.
His reaction was energy absorption. That was his reaction.
I understand. Give me a moment. Alright, so this is what happens. So when you hit him,
no, he gets
now
bigger.
Becomes this big.
Okay, so for the rest of my move, I come over to the little boy and I pick him up, and we move down here. And I already accounted for
Okay, you already accounted for it.
I already accounted for half speed,
Can
which
you
is
move
why I
him?
already.
Can you move him or no?
No, it doesn't let me.
Okay, I'll move him for you.
All right, and that ends my turn.
Okay. By the way, I just gave control of the boy to every player, so you can now move him the next time.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, so America Chavez, you did your part.
I'm done.
Unfortunately, he grew a little bit. Hold on, he's actually a little bit more than I thought. Yes, he's like this. All right, at this point, now we go to Hyperion. Hyperion.
Or whatever.
No, I look at him and I say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I go into clobber.
Well, do you want to use your kinetic energy? I thought you said.
No, because like right now he has nothing. He can't defend.
Okay.
He's gonna take full.
That will miss him.
Help teammate. Middle die.
Help teammate. All
Make
right.
sure somebody can give that. That'll hit now. And you're doing 30.
Does that miss him?
Correct.
Does that still miss?
He has no sturdy. No, you just hit. And he has no sturdy, so he's going to take that damage.
So a 17 hits, but a 16 misses, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
Do you want to use karma and try to make it a multiple?
Actually, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Can I use my karma to try to go for a marvel?
Sure.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I already just subtracted it, and then hang on 1 second.
Falling.
Right here. I'm gonna try and keep going. Dang it!
Hey, you still more damage though.
It's still more damage.
How much more? I think, what, 5 more?
8.
How much?
8. 8 more.
8 more? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, more damage is more damage at this point.
Okay. Not a problem.
All right.
All right, yeah, you see he's breaking up all over. But, and, are you moving or staying?
I think it'd be a good idea for me to move. So what I'm gonna do, hang on, I'm zooming out. I want to make sure just to be in a good spot for them. I'm just gonna get right here, and that'll end. I'll end my turn here.
No problem. All right, so now it goes to them, the growing man.
It's so giant.
It's so huge.
Yes, it is. There.
My lord.
All right, so you see that, first of all, the first one comes up. He didn't get to do an action. He moves up to Hyperion. this one is basically collapsing the building that he's in and moving over to here, to Photon. So they're both moving in that direction. So they did their moving actions right now. But now here's where they do their attacks. So Growing Man decides that...
The grown man or the baby man?
We'll say the Growing Man here, this one. Looks at Photon. And he has all this energy he's collected, right? So he's going to do the following. He's going to do this to Photon. And he's going to spend a maximum of 20 focus right now to add to his attack. Thereby his reserves have just increased now. And he is going to do a close attack with an edge. And here we go. Photon, he's attacking you. Does that hit you?
Does that hit you? Does it make something?
I'm going to make an edge. Hold on. First, let me do an edge. So here's the edge. Ouch.
Hold on, because
Uh-oh.
Sam just used energy absorption.
I put energy absorption as my reaction to. Waiting before you rolled, I went to do it after you rolled, but my finger got triggered.
Alright, hold on a moment, because...
My defense score is 17 on the board.
Hold on a moment.
So he hits you. Oh. I can't do it on my phone.
Hold on.
Because I have elements of protection 3.
That you could do, yes. That you could do. Immediately come up with a protection to yourself.
Okay.
And go ahead and...
I do have a question in regards to that, because I was trying to determine if my powers were kinetic or elemental. But the descriptions of the powers don't actually indicate that one way or another. So,
Adam Warlock is also the same. He can absorb energy, but not
I don't
physical.
absorb anything. Adam Warlock absorbs nothing, but Adam has a combination of kinetic attacks as well as elemental attacks.
Okay.
But there seems to be no distinction other than the name itself.
Correct. Yes.
Obviously, elemental barrage is going to be some sort of energy.
That is correct.
But I could choose the element earth, and now that becomes kinetic. So I think there's a little bit of a gray area.
I'm sorry. Choose the what?
An
Which
element.
One? Right.
Element.
You choose an element. What element is a physical?
Earth. I'm going to throw some rocks at you.
No. I think your elemental is what you're talking about. You have to go by the elemental doesn't mean water, air. That doesn't mean that. It means the energies, like the one Photon has.
Understand what I'm saying, that the name of the attacks are not clear enough to give you the distinction of it being energy or kinetic attack. Like an elemental barrage,
Right.
the word element is earth, water, fire.
Oh, understood. But in this game, elemental doesn't mean fire, earth, and those. It means the different energies that it can do. Which definitely, yes, it could be energy, it could be the earth and such. But in the case of Adam Warlock, let me see. So now I have to pull up his character now. Because you asked that question.
It looks up his powers. They're in the power descriptions themselves. There's no differentiation that I could tell between it being like an element or an energy
Then I
attack.
suggest look up the Adam Warlock in Marvel.com and see what it says he does with energies. And that will tell you. Whether he commands earth in any way, air in any way, fire in any way, that will tell you.
You missed my point, but okay.
Well, let's resolve the Photon issue first. So, right now, Photon, you wanted to bring up your protection, right? So you brought up Elemental Protection 3 as a reaction. So that's going to cost you 15 focus, which you subtracted already. And...
It did more than 30 points of damage, but as it states, even if it does more than 30 points, she remains unharmed. So your Marvel, although she is unharmed.
Hold on a moment. I'm now going to bring up a point on something.
Like to point something out about energy absorption. Per the core rulebook, unless there's some sort of errata note about it,
There is.
it states, you'll have to point me to that. It states that the effect is the character can take any health damage done to them after applying damage reduction, ignore it, and add that number to their focus instead.
Right, and the errata now is only up to double what they have, and then after that it doesn't function anymore.
That's not my point at all. I would argue that the phrasing of any damage, any health damage done to them includes kinetic, energy, blah blah blah, and I would also further like to point out that there's no such thing as kinetic absorption. So if there is
there is for the growing man. Now, do you see what I just brought up? Now, did you see what I brought up?
Where?
I brought it up to all the players. The errata should be right on your screen. Does everybody see it or no? Is that a yes?
I was like, yeah.
Yes, we
Go
see it.
to page 10 of this errata. And you should see shield and protection powers section. You see that?
Yes, but we're not talking about elemental protection. We're talking about.
No,
I
we
am
are.
talking about elemental protection.
No, we are talking about it because he's already shut down that she can't use the use the energy absorption is what he's.
What
So she brought up.
I'm bringing up, Ralph, is that she can in fact use her absorption because there's no counter, there's no kinetic absorption power.
It got eroded, and this is why I'm showing you.
So you're saying
what
that
it says there. Excess damage gets through.
She understands.
I'm arguing a different thing than what you're thinking about, Ralph.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's
you're
take
talking
a step
about
back.
energy absorption.
Let's take a step back. You
Okay.
said that energy absorption could not be used in this situation. I argue that it absolutely can because the spell description says take any health damage. That is the effect of the power. Any health damage includes kinetic, energy blast, elemental blast, whatever you want to call it. Your errata does not point to a change in how energy absorption, that power, works. It only talks about energy protection. So that's a different, that's step number 2. Step number 1 is that energy absorption should still be on the table.
Okay, and again, I said let's clear what's going on with Photon first before we get to you on that.
This is exactly the clearing of Photon, Ralph. I don't have any absorption powers. Photon is the only character we're talking about right now. She threw out a power called energy absorption.
Right.
Power specifically says any counter to energy absorption. There's only energy absorption. There's no kinetic absorption.
Right, because it's a
If
general
there were,
term for the
then
game.
I would give it to you, but there
because it's
isn't.
a general term for the game, and that's why it's not specific on certain things. So that's why I said look up your characters so you understand what it is they do with their absorptions and what they can manipulate and what energies they can do.
Does your role-playing notes say anything about the type of energies you are excluded? The whole game is up here.
I'm not talking about the general power. I understand the general power says that it'll absorb it and you will not take any health damage of any kind. I understand that, but that's the general term of the power. Okay? There's specifications to each of the powers depending on each of the heroes.
Okay, so hold up.
There were also a kinetic absorption.
Hold up.
But there
How-
is.
Right. Why do you
What
think...
is
Yeah.
what is the difference? What is the difference between the attack made against Photon and the attack made against the Growing Man at the beginning of the game?
Right. The growing man only has energy absorption to kinetic energy. That's it. Period.
Cool. That's not
Every
what.
other-
That wasn't my
every-
question. That wasn't my question. What is the difference between the attack made against Growing Man versus the attack that Growing Man?
None. The
made
power
against
is the
Photon?
same.
Then, if there was no difference in the attack that Sean made against Growing Man, as Growing Man made against Photon, then Photon absolutely should be able to use this exact same reaction. That's I think the point here.
No, I think that
There is no kinetic absorption.
That's
So you can't
Yes,
forget
there
about
is.
kinetic or whatever.
ability.
But
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
You
look.
can't exclude
guys-
it from the ability just because
You guys are looking at it from the
The
terms
character.
of the general basis of what the
Character
power
doesn't
says.
limit-
Yes.
Can you please tell me, is there any in your role-playing notes? Is there any specifications, like there is with Rogue, about how her power works, about how your kinetic absorption works?
I'm telling you, the characters work that way because that's the way they.
You're very quick to point out that it should be in the notes if it works that way. If it's not in her notes, then it doesn't work that way.
Is it anywhere in the book? Is it anywhere in the core rulebook?
In the core rulebook, it says
the characters themselves.
Get any health damage.
Yeah, but you can't just go off the characters themselves. Like that's what I think the point is like where is it in if somebody Joe Schmo was walking off the street playing this character, they would never know that because it's written nowhere. I think it's that is just because
character lore goes into this.
Correct. Like
it
has to be written. If we're gonna make the distinction of kinetic versus physical or whatever the things were, like
then I'll need to include it into your characters from this point out.
Yeah, I 100% think like then yes, I think moving forward for just in general, you can tell this to the game.
He has nothing.
Well,
he has nothing.
Like this character needs to be edited. Like include that information.
Rogue had it.
Moving
it was
forward,
a very clear limitation, and it was written in black and white. Then it should be written in black and white for Sam.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
I
disagree that it even would.
You're saying you're going to write it into the character, but is that your place to write it in the character, or is that Marvel's place?
No.
How is that your
narrator? As a narrator, I run my game a certain way, and one of the first things I told
power, Ralph, but the character itself has a power.
I understand that.
It includes
that is a general power that is used the same across all the characters.
Then contrary to what her power's abilities are, and there is no kinetic absorption equivalent. If there were, then I'd be down with you. But there isn't. And the power specifically says in the core rulebook that any health damage, any, is a very clear word that includes everything. I'm sorry, I have to argue this.
I know you do, because it's a general term for the power, that it says it for every single person that has that.
Then if it were
that's not how it works for the character in question in reality.
Not by default.
Okay, so then what is the ultimate decision so we can just keep moving on?
Well, ultimate decision is if you'd like to take this away from Sam, then you need to come up with a kinetic absorption power.
Okay, I've said already pretty much what I've said on it. That specifically, the way it works, and I'm going to use Growing Man right now, is that with Growing Man, the only energy he can absorb is physical force, kinetic energy.
So Sean's ability
and anything else, like your blasts were getting through. Did you notice that? Your blasts were getting through. Everyone who used the blast got through. We're
not fighting that.
Otherwise, he would have been absorbing those two.
Well, your character, your villain, says in black and white that he's limited to only kinetic shit. Hers doesn't. Wow.
Mine says that? Where do you see that?
You're the one who's saying that that's
No, I'm telling you.
It must be written somewhere.
No, it's written. It's in the character bios of the character. Not the power
does not have that in her character.
I understand
that. Bio.
That's why I'm conveying it and saying that she has absorption to everything else except for kinetic. That's all I'm saying.
You mean everything else except physical?
Physical, correct.
Sorry, okay, so she has absorption for everything except physical.
Everything that's physical. And the opposite for Growing Man. He's the opposite. He's only physical, and all energies get through on him.
All right, fine, done. Now we know. Moving forward, that needs to be explicitly said. Yes. If we are going, if you're telling us for weeks to read through our powers, and we get to a situation just like this is not the first time we should be hearing about it. And I as a narrator. That needs to be shared across the board to anybody who narrates. If this character is being played, just make sure it's in future people's things. I think that's just a general feedback for the game. That's all. Awesome. Okay, Sam, Elemental Protection 3. Go ahead, girl. Do it.
I'd like to use a karma to give you trouble for your marble.
Yes, that's fine. Give me a moment to just close this down on this.
Yep. Oh no, I said letting.
Yeah, because basically your elemental protection is a force field. That's what that is. Alright, so then he still hits with the 19, I'm assuming.
Yes.
You're going to take 30 points off of that because you have elemental protection 3.
Should
So
be
30 points come off that. So you're only
So
going
she
to take
takes only 11,
That is
which
correct.
is still better than what she would have taken.
Correct. And she just had to subtract a karma on her character.
We had extra karma from the beginning, so
Oh,
yeah.
you did? Okay.
Yeah, you gave it to
us
us.
all.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so then at that point, that is the attack from this guy only. Okay? Now we're going to go here to this guy. Alright, so let me see what he's going to be capable of doing to you, Hyperion. Let me see.
You have elemental protection.
Yeah, basically, you know they're vulnerable to energy attacks. Let me see if I can do this. Alright, so the first thing he does is he begins... He's going to do a crushing grip on you. So, but to do that, he has to make a grab attack. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm making a grab attack using the actual score. As we now know, non-combat doesn't work for that.
Okay.
Miss.
Okay. Not a problem. Alright, so he'll miss you, and that's it pretty much. Because he doesn't have anything as a reaction yet. So let's see. And that cost him 5 focus. And he is done on that. Okay, so now they're both done. Now we go to Adam. Go, Adam. Adam Warlock?
Unmuting. Sorry, mute is my nemesis on a laptop. How many spaces is this? Cool. I'm gonna do elemental burst. The ranged attack.
You said ranged attack, right? Okay, so that will definitely hit.
Julio.
And I'm assuming you mean this one here?
Yes. Growing Man is the one taking the damage.
Alright, so you hit him, and you're doing 21 damage. Okay.
Correct.
Alright, 21. Goes directly through. No sturdy on this guy.
My turn.
Alright, now we go to round 2.
Okay. We're going to... bolts.
Ooh. That's an electrical attack if I remember correctly.
Yes. The character makes an ego check with an edge against the agility. Okay, add +1 to the character's agility damage for every 2 points of focus they spend. Okay. So we're gonna spend 6 focus. So 11 focus in total.
You should have a macro that has a blast for spells, if I recall. If you click on your token, you should see one of the macro buttons say spell, blast.
Oh, yeah. Pew. Pew pew. Okay, so what am I doing?
You're making a ego check?
Ego check with...
Ego attack, right.
No, it's a
Is it a
check
check?
with an edge.
No. You're gonna have to make it as an attack because it says at the end you can do damage. So when it's that, you have to do it as an attack.
Okay,
So
no worries.
Roll attack. There you go.
Okay. With an edge. Doesn't do anything. Okay. So...
Well, it does hit.
This attack, add 1 to the character's agility damage bonus for every 2 points. So I spent 6, so 3 plus 3 at the end. So plus.
So you spent 6, so that's for every 2
so
is what? 1 damage?
Yeah, so 62 damage to this big guy.
Okay, so when you do that, you definitely.
Oh, I take him out. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, he just goes
Great.
straight out at that point.
Okay, so 11.
Yeah, he's definitely down.
Okay. Bang. Bang, bang.
Alright, with that, we go to Photon.
He's gone.
Right.
Remember, energy. Only energy.
Yeah,
He
I know,
can't.
but he moves down. Who's that?
Oh, this one. The one in front of Hyperion right here.
Okay. Let's see. She's gonna move. Oh, I hit the wrong button. This one. She's gonna move right here, and she's going to. What am I gonna do?
Anything energy. Whatever you have that's energy. Yeah, you're definitely within 10.
Okay. So I'm gonna do this bad guy right here. We're gonna take 10 off. And then it's a melee, right?
No.
This is a range.
Agility.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, this is agility.
Sorry.
Alright, so that's definitely gonna hit him.
Okay, cool.
Alright. You want to use the macro on the elemental barrage on that? If you
Oh,
can?
yeah. Can you do it?
Yep.
It did.
Okay, give me a moment. Let me subtract that. It's gonna be 30 damage straight, right? Okay.
What was your question?
You guys are lucky that you have a lot of energy wielders against these type of guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be easy for them.
It's a no.
Alright.
Oh, it's this way, Doctor. Alright, my turn?
And then at that point, it's now going to go to America Chavez.
America Chavez says, "Come with me, little boy." And then we come over here to his mom, and I say, "Come with me, woman." And then we come this way.
Alright, hold on. Let me make her controllable by all players. Go ahead.
And that ends my turn because I'm not stupid enough to give them any more focusing.
Gotcha. Then we'll go to Hyperion.
Alright, so I fly back a little bit, right here, and what I'm going to be doing is, here,
He visions him.
Oh!
Wow. Nice heat vision shot.
Double damage, and they suffer the special effect.
which he'll be blind. He'll be blinded.
Okay, so you blind him and...
Take 76.
Alright, so let me see. Blinded, right? So he's blinded and he takes how much damage?
76.
Wow. Yeah, definitely a big shot right there. You basically put a hole through his chest, but he's still functional. He's a robot.
You
Now it
gonna
comes
fly
to
back
them.
area?
Alright, so that one is down. because it doesn't seem to be healing. But this one is going to do the following. So this one is going to do something else. He goes... Let's see. No, not that one. He's actually going to do this. Alright, so he moves up to you.
With
He's
him
gonna
being
spend-
blind, did this get trouble?
Yes, it does. He's going to use 20 focus on this attack. And he's going to make a melee attack on you now. Oh, luckily it's with trouble. Yes, it is. Does that still hit on your melee?
It does hit his melee, and he has DR3, so he only takes.
Can you post out your ability, please?
He stepped away. Give me a second.
Oh, he did. Okay. I didn't know. I'm not watching the.
It's okay. I'm right here. Right.
No, not mighty. Not mighty.
No, 33.
Right.
All right. Sorry, I'm doing this from like.
A laptop.
No, I'm.
Get out of it.
That's, by the way, that's staying on the video.
Good.
No, I was doing it like this, like a weirdo. Like I had no. It was a very odd position.
All right, so then you're gonna take 15 less.
Okay.
And you said you used 20, right?
And he is, hold on a second. I used 20, right. So, you definitely punched him.
36.
I know. 44.
All right.
So, what's going on now?
All right, so you took that? Okay. So the other one's down. Now we're going to go to Adam Warlock.
All right, Adam, what are we gonna do here?
He had originally got a marble, but because he's
Nice.
in trouble.
Nice. Are
What'd
you
you
going to mute again?
No, I'm not. I think I'm just gonna do the same fucking shit again because it worked. So, let's do an elemental burst, and it is an agility attack.
It's going to be with trouble. You're more than 10 spaces away.
Fuck. Okay. Where is he?
I got you. Here's 10 spaces.
I
Right
am
there.
Lana happy ass right over here and whack him. 17 hit.
17 will hit with a ranged attack.
21.
All right. Next time, move. Next time, please.
Sorry, I didn't realize he was that far away. I thought he was next to what's his face.
Gotcha. All right. So, with that, you notice that he's getting pretty hurt. He looks like he's on his last leg. And then we get to round 3. And on round 3, the following happens.
Oh gosh.
2 more of them appear. Over here.
Okay.
And with that, we go to Clea.
Yeah, that definitely changes what I wanted to do. Okay. All right. So I think it's this. Is it telepathic link? Is that what I need to roll if I want to establish a telepathic connection?
Yes. Remember, these are robots.
Oh, never. Well, can you still?
You're not sure if it would work or not.
I mean, I think it's worth trying. So.
Well, you have everybody here in a telepathic network, right?
No.
From last session, I thought you had them all in a telepathic network. Thought you guys were communicating.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Well.
I mean, you can try to bring him in again on it, but you'll bring him in on the telepathic network you all share.
All right.
You could just break the telepathic link between all of us. So
you could.
Drop it in.
Yeah. I just break it. I want to see if I can.
Is he a robot?
He is.
Yeah.
So why would we try this?
Oh, I guess it. I mean.
I told her.
All right, fine.
I mean, you can risk it. I mean, you don't know.
Oh.
It might work.
Oh.
It doesn't mean it will.
All right. How about we just do? We'll do Crimson Bands again.
Okay.
To this
Which
guy
one?
here.
Him?
This guy.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll cost you 10 focus, and you make an.
I don't really think I need to roll an edge on that.
No.
I guess I will for the Marvel. I guess. I got it.
Ooh, wow. And with that, he's going to try and escape, though.
That's an ultimate fantastic.
That is an ultimate fantastic.
Oh, ultimate fantastic? Guess what? It doesn't matter what he rolls, he fails.
Yeah. And he's pinned. So
yes.
he is paralyzed
wow. That is good. So let's see. He is pinned, you said? And what else?
and paralyzed.
And paralyzed.
I say the ultimate fantastic also means he has trouble every time he tries to break free. But that's just me.
Oh, he's paralyzed. I don't even think he can do anything.
Yeah.
He's only paralyzed for a round.
He doesn't. No, I don't think so.
It says paralyzes the target, period, and then.
Oh, I love that. Let's go with the writing on the
Yeah,
wall.
I don't think he gets an opportunity to break out now.
Love that.
So that's this guy right there. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Ultimate. Yes. Good. And with that, I'm going to now definitely make sure that he has the crimson bands on him.
Thank you. Well, that's thank you. There we go.
He's crimson banded.
Draw all over him.
Yep. Now you're maintaining concentration on this. Remember that. That's a concentration power, so you're holding him down with one of your concentration powers.
That's
Mark it in your character sheet. There's a section for marking active powers. Remember, the one to the left of what you do to show the power.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
And with that, do you want to move?
No reason. I can do everything I can from right here. No
Okay.
reason for me to...
Not a problem. And here we go.
I guess the only thing I want to do is I want to move up.
Up as in flying?
Yeah, I have flight.
Okay, then go ahead and how many spaces up?
10.
10? Then go ahead and put a 10 on there with the colors. Choose 2 colors. The first one with a 1, and then the next color with a 0. That you're going to type. Remember? That you can put the little designation colors. The first one, put a 1 on it. And then choose a secondary color that'll have the 0. And then another color, and then a 0. There you go. 10.
Okay.
See? Now you're 10 spaces up. And also put yourself as flight. Find the little wings.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Little angel wings.
There you go. Yeah, why not?
There we go. All right.
Lovely lady Clea. All right. Photon.
That was my crimson bands.
Gotcha.
Ooh, those are fancy sounds.
Go 10 spaces again. I think this is 10 spaces, right? To this guy? Yeah, that's it. And I'm going to...
Yeah, you guys are being more efficient now.
I'm going to elemental burst.
That will miss.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh, teammate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that hits him,
That
right?
will hit.
Perfect.
And that does 35 damage. Yep. Definitely not liking it. And with that, we go to America Chavez.
All right, so hear me out. We time travel 5 minutes into the future, a mile that way.
Well, you have to...
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my team.
Oh my god.
Anyone? You growing men are basically the intelligence of a toddler, and they're dumb. So, team, thoughts? Yay, nay? If it's a nay, I'm just going to go ahead and keep moving around with these people.
It's a
But I
nay.
can't help you.
Let's just go. It's a nay.
It's a nay.
It's nay. Let's go.
Adam,
Come on.
it's a
These
nay.
people are almost
Don't
done.
waste your focus.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come over here.
Let me show
And
you...
then I'm gonna-
Hold on, go back. I want to show you something. Go back. Go back to where you were. Alright, so use your mouse pointer to basically go over all of them like this and do like a
I got it.
group.
I got it.
There you go. Perfect.
And
And then
you-
you have
I
to
will-
then you have to ungroup.
Yeah, I got it. All right. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Let me come back for a second. I was here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to move these people that way, and then I'm going to move this way.
Are you saying you're dropping them off over there?
Yes, maybe. We'll see. Hang on. I'm going to drop them there. then
Definitely you're getting more creative, Amanda, with this stuff. I like it.
All right. I'm going to drop these two down here, and I say, run. Run, run as fast as you can. No one can stop them. Not
See?
even the growing man.
You see the boy looks to be enamored of you.
You know what's funny is that you missed my joke, and I'm mad at you because you're too busy talking because you like to hear yourself. Anyways, I drop them off. I tell them to run. Do they listen?
Right now, they just stand there.
Oh my god, they're so dumb. Okay. Anywho, I drop them there. I say, run, run. And they're like, and then I stand there. And that's
Okay.
my turn.
And with that, we'll go to Hyperion.
Alright, so I'm gonna back up a good distance because I think I'm seeing a trend here. And what I will do, give me a second, I just want to make sure I have enough space. Actually, I'm gonna back up a little bit further. Here. So, I'm gonna use Elemental Burst. And give me a second here.
Does anyone have like
Against
a
which character? Yes, the macro told me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you miss.
Anybody?
Help teammate.
Where
Alright.
did that come from?
Alyssa.
Okay.
Oh,
Still a miss.
what about Warlock?
Teammate.
Alright. Should I go for the middle again?
Yeah, always. That's
All
core
right.
damage.
No.
Still a miss.
What the heck are these
Ready?
rolls?
You ready
Help
for a karma?
teammate.
No.
No, I have a help teammate.
Guys, make sure you got the reactions.
I literally haven't spoken besides to these idiots who didn't run.
Alright.
Help teammate. One more time in the middle.
So innocents are idiots now?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right,
Except-
that's a hit.
Oh, is it? Great.
How much damage?
76.
76. And with that, and that one goes down.
No, it is over here.
Oh yeah, and I still got a little bit extra movement left.
No problem.
So, because I only moved back like 8 spaces. Let's see. Get a little bit closer to the action. I'll move
So-
right up.
So you guys are a little more used to the characters now, a little bit more?
Yeah, just a little bit. Actually, Or be regular?
Sure.
Alright, and then I'm done.
Alright. Then with that, we're going to go to the other growing man. Alright, so this one looks over at you and decides he's going to ram you. And with that, we're going to make an attack on you.
So he's gonna ram me?
Yep, he's going to ram you. Here we go. I'm assuming that'll hit you.
Yes.
Alright, so definitely hits you. Doesn't get a marvel. So, but you're immovable anyway. You're gonna take 12 less from that hit. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's a hit, right? So
Yeah,
it's double damage, actually.
Hold on.
So you're gonna take 12 less, double.
Can you put Ramo, please?
Sure.
Because
Sure,
I did
can
that.
put Ram on.
I did that too, and I didn't know it was double damage.
Yeah, when he did it earlier,
Yeah,
it didn't
it was
count as
just
double.
regular.
Yeah, we didn't pick up on it.
Okay.
But I think you, yeah. Anyway, it didn't matter
No,
because the
if
guy.
the attack is a success, the character takes regular damage, and the enemy takes double damage. Oh wait, never mind. I can't read.
Yes.
I didn't finish reading. Anyways,
Right.
can he go ahead and take some damage now too?
Actually, his energy absorption works now.
Great. So he's down a reaction, right?
Right, but hold on a
Oh,
second.
okay.
The
Go ahead and put it
whole
out there.
purpose was to ram him, get kinetic energy out of it, and be able to make myself grow. Because here's what happens, unfortunately, because of that. Because he has 2 reactions now. Hold on. So let me take away first the 10 from that. All right. So he does the energy absorption to take in the impact he just did on himself, and takes no damage, but he now has a secondary reaction because he has combat reflexes, because he's going to do this now as a reaction. So that's going to cost him 5 more focus. And the damage that he did to himself from the first hit was how much again? That was 70 some. No. That was how much did I do to you?
I mean, you did.
Oh, I did 34 to myself. Sorry, you're right. So I had 34 more now. Yeah, all this is a little weird. That's the problem with this.
Well, plus
Damn it.
but it's double that much, so 44.
Plus 34.
But now he's doing another attack on you.
Why isn't that doing this? Add. Damn it. There we go. Okay. Right, because the reason is this. So when he makes that close attack to hit you, if the attack succeeds, they do regular damage for the size they become, because that's why he did it. To energy absorb himself, to make himself bigger. And because he made himself bigger, he now goes up 1 more multiplier. So he does 1 more multiplier of damage from being bigger. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Going is the next turn, right?
But I want
No.
Sean to understand what I'm saying.
This is a reaction. He's
going
to hit you twice.
So
Yeah.
this an attack?
He
Yes.
ran himself out of reactions to do this.
Huh?
He ran himself out of reactions to do this.
Oh, okay.
So better hope he doesn't hit you.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah. So he makes himself that big. Okay, so now, growing man, he did that to you. Did some extra damage out of that.
You didn't roll yet.
I didn't roll. I thought I did. That's
No,
why
you never rolled for your growing attack.
I did. That
No,
was,
you didn't.
you're saying for this attack. Gotcha.
Yeah, the growing attack was
Yeah,
never
that's why I
rolled.
said
Yeah.
I was waiting. I
I make a
didn't know.
close attack with an edge. You got it. Here we go. Thought I was
Which is
the attack.
nothing.
And here's the edge.
Better hope it's not. Are you gonna give him karma to make it less?
I'm gonna give you karma right now to give you trouble on the middle die. And right now, that still hits.
But you only take 14 damage now.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Alright, so... let me see. Go up one, take 2 more damage because he's a multiplier higher on damage, remember? So, take 2 more. Alright, so with that, he finishes his attack. And now we go to Adam Warlock. Adam? Nice.
I'm thinking I want to do exactly the same thing I've been doing up to this point. So I'm just going to move a few squares over and go at... I was measuring the distance.
Are you flying or are you... because they're in the way. Except for Clea. Clea's up in the air.
What does them being in the way have anything to do with my hitting him with my element attack?
Because you're doing a straight line, right, Adam?
I'm flying. I'm 10 spaces up.
I know. I said you're not a problem. Hyperion's in the way. See?
Can't Adam Warlock just like move over?
Yeah, she can. Of course, she has movement.
I was like, just
If
fly.
she does it that way, it's going to be trouble.
That's such a silly thing because it doesn't say anything about it being a line through me from like directly from me to him. But okay.
He's also giant.
But
He's
whatever.
also...
You know what? You made a good point. He's giant. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I was like, if he's giant...
You made a good point. Yes, you made a good point.
Thank you.
Alright, so definitely you hit him.
Cool, 53 damage.
Yes, he does, and he takes it all. You guys are not very good with energy damage. Alright, so at this point we're now going to go to round 4. Clea.
We're doing bolts again. 6. Same thing I did before, so 11 focus in total.
Alright, don't forget your spell blaster.
Oh yeah. And he's right next to me, so really I'm gonna just
Excellent. Go ahead and give me an ego attack.
oh my gosh. What is happening here?
That's
Okay.
still a hit on ego.
Is that it? With an edge.
With an edge? Yeah, you definitely hit.
You got a 17?
And I took him out.
And you did how much?
69 damage.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, he definitely goes down. Alright, so the minute they go down, you don't seem to see any other robots coming. Do you want to take the opportunity to stay here? Or are you gonna... You see that they basically tell you, they start indicating for you to follow them. Do you follow the people?
Before we do anything, we got to make sure just to tie these people up, tie these robots up.
We're also at the top of the round. So did we want to do our free, like, let's all gain health or karma or whatever?
I do like that option.
We're still in combat technically, and we're at the
All
top of
right, then we'll stay in combat because as long as this one is still conscious, you're still in combat.
I'm just saying, we don't actually have to do anything unless you guys want to, but I'm saying, like, we could just recover health. Like, Hyperion's taking health damage.
Yeah.
And Clea, you've been using your focus and stuff, and this is a free check that doesn't
Well,
cost money.
Clea is done for her round, so we're actually going to full time.
That's true. That's true. I'm done for my round. That's okay. Go.
Oh. Well, if it doesn't help you, then...
It's fine. Everybody's taking other damage, though. It's all good. Just keep everybody do the checks.
I haven't taken anything. So it's up to everybody else.
I would like to heal.
Hyperion and
Like-
Photon have taken damage though, right?
Yeah, so if this is a free check, then I guess it's
Well,
just
there's
you.
nothing free about it.
You have to take 15 focus.
Oh, you take 15 focus? But you get to
No,
choose if you
no.
want
Wait. What are we talking about? Are you trying to do a recovery check?
Yeah, because
Recovery
it's the top
check
of
is a karma, not 15 focus. 15 focus
No,
is your team maneuver.
That's what we're saying. The team maneuver, the one that lets us do a free check.
Yes, then that would definitely be at the top of the round.
Because we're at the top of the round. That's what I'm trying to say.
We're not at the top of the round anymore. I just went.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
So what
mentioned
do you
this
guys
after
want?
Clea did her round.
Okay, so Photon is next. What does Photon want to do?
we don't have to. We can just go.
Okay.
All right, so you want to leave then with the follow these people or what?
Sure, we'll follow the stupid. Because that never got us in trouble.
All right.
Yep. Oh, let's go.
Let's do it.
Everybody come follow stupid and stupider. I'm just saying, I told them to run. If they're like, ooh, there's a big growing man. Then
Now,
they're
now.
What? They're being dumb. Maybe they're gonna help us. I don't know. Maybe they're not dumb, but if
Remember-
right now they're dumb. Because
Remember,
I
you're playing a
guarantee if
heroic
I was in-
character. You can't be that mean to people.
Come on.
it's all in my mind. All I'm saying is,
All I'm saying.
if I was in a fight and a superhero said run, I'd be like, hey,
All right, so this is what happens.
I
So-
cannot do that.
All right, so you're able to get away. They're not. You don't see any of them following you. Eventually, you're going to drop your concentration power for the Crimson Bands, and that robot's going to get away, but he doesn't have any idea where you guys go because these people take you somewhere. Okay?
Oh, fine.
So
Yep.
you see that she turns to you and quickly leads you through the alleyways between the buildings until she comes to what looks like an abandoned building. They squeeze their way through the boards over the doorway and motion for you to follow. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hogs.
So once you follow in, you see she moves quickly, pushing some crates to block the door. Like that's going to do anything, but makes her feel safe. And motions for you as she puts the baby in a cradle and lights a small lamp. And then turns to you and says, "So, from what land do you wanderers hail?"
What do we want to say?
A land far away, strange to most here.
You see the kid immediately jumps up, wild-eyed, and he goes, "They're not gods, but have been sent by the gods to save us." And then she turns to him and says, "You forget yourself, my son. That impulsiveness is what led those metal monstrosities to our door. Please, friends, allow us to tell you how our land has come into such a state. This usurper arrived when my son was but a boy. His ship crashed in the desert, leaving him blinded and injured. The stories say he is no god, but just a man from the far, far future. What manner of god could be injured in such a fashion? Sadly, he was found by a gentle healer named Baal and his band of sandstormers who lived in the desert south of here. They rescued him from the ship and rescued the wounded man back to health. Although blinded in the crash, he rejected their hospitality and eventually fled into the desert, leaving behind devices that held information about the coming birth of the Chosen One, known as In Sabanur. Anybody here have fonts of information?
1 second.
Tyrion does.
Nope.
Go for it.
I do. Do we make a logic check?
Both of you, make your checks.
Make the logic check, sir.
Would anything else work in this?
I have an edge. Hang on.
So 21 for Clea and 16 for Hyperion.
Okay, so Clea made it because she has font of information too, right?
Yep.
All right, and Hyperion made it also because he got a 16. Who else? Anybody
That's
else?
it.
That's it?
No, I don't have font.
I don't have font either.
Also, I have a question for you. I have extra occupation, but I don't see my 2 occupations listed. Do you know what they are?
Yes, student is one. They're both together on your character sheet if you read it.
In the role playing notes.
In your character sheet itself. It's up there in occupation. They're both together.
Oh,
What does it say?
I see it.
What does it say?
Does the world need to know? It's adventurer and student.
Right. Exactly.
Even though I'd like to point out, as a science experiment, I should be interested in science.
Understood. Now, okay, so you made your checks. So basically, what you know about In Sabanur is that is the true name of the mutant menace known as Apocalypse. From the mutant side, he's the equivalent of like one of the major villains for the X-Men. I don't know if you all recall who Apocalypse is. There was a movie that he had with the X-Men they did. No one here understands that name? Apocalypse?
No,
Yes.
I said yes.
Oh, okay.
I was muted.
Gotcha. So yes, that is who he is. One of the most powerful evil mutants on the planet. And evidently this is about the time that he was rising to power. So now you know that this is around the time he was born. So that tells you a lot about how old he is. So yeah, so evidently that is what she tells you. Evidently it looks like Ramatut is interested in M. Sabanur. And you see that at that point she continues. He brought his army of robots and weapons from his hidden vessel and easily took over our kingdom of Egypt, renaming himself Ramatut. He even used our healing magics to restore his lost vision. Ramatut forced the people of Egypt to worship him and build massive statues in his honor and reject the old gods. The little kid goes, "The true gods!" Asim interjects. Mother goes, "Just so." His mother agrees. Now that he has led his army into the desert once again to crush the sandstormers and recover this in Sabanur, I hope the gods hide his path from Ramatut for all time. She says that, spitting on the ground for emphasis. At that point she turns and says, "If you have questions, I'm more than willing to answer them. If I know such answers." What do you say? Anyone?
Say to her.
I don't know.
If no questions, then I'll continue.
Continue.
Okay.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, I'll just continue. I was like, I don't really know what to ask right now.
Okay. At that point, you see the kid looks at you all, his eyes pleading. There are many who wish this man gone and our old ways to return, but they are scattered, frightened. The gods have sent you here for a reason. Perhaps you can help us find a way to fight back, to resist. And he looks at you with pleading eyes. What do you say?
We have a way of returning him to where he came from, so that you guys may return to your old ways.
Fletcher,
So you will fight on our behalf and take down Ramatut?
Yes.
Do you know where we can find him? I'm assuming in
Yes,
his
he
own...
went out into the desert with his army.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Do you have a direction for us?
Well, you all saw the direction he went in, but
Okay.
I think maybe you guys are a little off track right now. Give me a logic check.
Everyone?
Yes?
Marvels.
Nice.
Yeah.
The train of thought here might mess with the time stream.
All right.
Fletcher.
Isn't
And you have a mission you're on. What is it?
Isn't our purpose to fuck up the time stream?
No, not at all.
We're supposed to come here and stop this guy from doing the thing he's doing in the future. So
No, you're supposed to come here and stop the power supply so you can go back to the future.
okay.
That's always been your mission. And if you recall from last session, I did mention that any deviation of the timeline might make it worse or could make it better, but you don't know what the results might be.
I'm going to assume these people don't know where the power supply is.
You don't think they may. They remember, none of them look technologically advanced in any way.
Okay. So we assume the power supply is probably within the city, and if...
And there is a central temple to Ramatet.
Yeah, so Ramata is out with his army, so do we just go to the central temple then, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's head
Alright.
to the
So
temple.
before you decide on heading to that direction, you did tell the kid that you would help him. Are you gonna go back on that with what Adam said to you, or do you want to say anything else about it?
How
yeah.
can we tell what about our plan would mess with the time continuum?
I need fonts of information, people.
Okay. There.
Okay, Clea, you definitely know the story. In fact, your husband told you, Dr. Strange.
Doctor Strange, yep.
In fact, he was here in the past exactly at about this time, and he helped the Fantastic Four defeat Ramatet. If your interference does that before they do, then who knows how that might alter the time stream.
Okay.
I haven't. Okay,
So-
great.
So you know that already he's going to get disposed, but by the Fantastic Four with the help of Doctor Strange.
So outside a character idea. What if you said something to the effect that we're going to be sending some friends to come help?
Yeah, I mean, we can tell. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to go back on our word. We can just be,
You don't have
we
to
can
do
just
it.
say like, hey, like, we'll send friends to help, but it doesn't necessarily have to be us, and we can continue on to the temple.
We're on a really pivotal mission that we cannot stray from, but we'll be contacting our friends and they will be helping you, kind of, assurance.
Okay, who's going to tell him?
I mean, I don't have font of information, so I feel like
I can tell him, even though it was Adam or whoever Amanda's character was who told the kid that she was going to help him.
No, you were the one that knew that information. So, but Amanda's
I
character
also-
was the one who said that.
All right, so I tell him, I say to the kid like, hey, we'll send friends to help out. We have to do something first.
Mhm.
You notice he begins to get a little depressed about that you guys are kind of like...
I put my hand on his shoulder and just try to console him and be like, we're not leaving you. We promise we're going to help you.
He turns up with a smile to you, and you notice that he's kind of enamored of you, like I said before. And he says, Do you think we should fight until that happens?
No, just hide. Just stay hiding.
But we know people that are willing to fight the good fight and resist Ramatet.
I think that you should gather those people and stay safe until our friends arrive, and you can then support them on this adventure.
All right, I need an ego check from you, Adam Warlock.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And I rolled trash.
Yeah.
But you're welcome.
Usually convince them.
I could also get some edges on stuff, should I? Just for the
If you
shits
want to
and
make it higher, but it's still going to succeed.
it's cool. It's cool.
All right. So at that point, okay, you tell him that. So he's satisfied with the result. You just made the check really high.
I just want to point out, I really like this this trait. Weird. You're so weird. People
Well, remember what I said.
Okay.
Remember what I said. It comes into play now from this point forward because in the Spider-Verse book, now anyone that has the weird trait now can spend more than 1 karma on an action check. And if you run out of karma, you're allowed to bank into the karma and the negatives. But there's the possibility of something bad happening to you. That's why it's called bad karma in that situation. Do you all recall that conversation?
Yes.
Okay. And you'll read it when you read your Spider-Verse book. All right, so at that point, what do you want to do then?
We head towards the central temple.
Okay, not a problem. So be it. What are you doing with them?
We already gave them instruction. We told them to gather their friends and to basically stay safe. Like we
wait until
we can't do anything else with them. Like we're leaving them where we are.
we know who's coming, right? I'm gonna call Doctor Strange the Messiah, and I'm gonna describe him to them.
Yeah,
So
but
they
he's
know-
going to come earlier from his career, like many years back from when he was younger. Before he even knew Clea, he was going to come.
He's always had the stripes on the side of his face and the cloak. Good enough of a description for these people, I think.
There you go. Clea tells you he was dressed in black at that time. He wasn't in his colorful red and blue.
Cool. He's got a cloak. It helps him fly. He's very debonair, has a little goatee situation going on and like some white stripes on the side. You can't, seriously, he's so arrogant, you really won't be able to miss him.
And with that, at that point, you can leave them and then head over towards the temple. All right, so you head to the temple. All right, so you start heading for the temple. At this point, I guess you guys are going to fly or not? Or are you
Heck yeah,
walking
these
up?
people touch the ground.
I feel like we need to walk through the city. We cannot fly through the city.
These are also good points. Maybe my feet will touch the ground.
Yes, we need to be walking through the city.
I can hover above it.
No, because we're not trying to draw attention.
No.
All right, so you're going to walk there. Gotcha.
We have to. We cannot fly through the city, not in ancient Egypt.
All right, then. Here we go. Okay, so first things first.
Oh, this is huge. Okay. Alright.
Okay, we're not in combat yet.
Yeah.
I will tell you what you see. All right, go down to the very bottom of the map.
Mm-hmm.
You will see the following as you're approaching. All right, see yourselves?
My token is functional.
Yes, make sure your tokens are okay. All right, so at this point, you get up to the front of the temple, and you see outside the temple, it's guarded by 4 human-sized robots and 2 25-foot statues of Rama Tut. As you approach, you notice that they seem to indicate your presence by looking at you. you notice that they are all the same as the ones you fought. The 4 human ones. They're 4 of the growing man. Now, you see as you approach, the statues call out to you. Bow down before your god, Pharaoh Ramatat. Do you bow?
No.
The punishment for blasphemy is death. And at that point,
Why would you not?
I'm just kidding. I was just kidding.
Jesus.
And now
Yes,
we're
we
going
bow.
to the other one. Here we
Oh,
go.
God.
Alright, so I'm changing maps again. Because now we're going to the actual combats.
Sorry. I was kidding.
Jesus Christ! Like, come on.
We're like not supposed to fight him.
Yeah, like.
Sorry, I was joking. I'm
You
sorry.
weren't joking.
I really
No, you weren't joking. Just fucking pay attention. Come on.
sorry.
Alright, let me put them back to their health that they were.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Now, in the meantime, go ahead and roll your initiatives. And now I will roll for them. First, the Ramatet statue, 25 foot tall. Let me see if it has situational awareness. No, they're big though. And then the growing man. They also don't have situational awareness. So you're already familiar with how to fight one of them. One section of them.
Are we able to like talk ourselves out of this?
Unfortunately, not.
In hell, Jesus Christ.
Hold on a second. Let me just reset this back to 1. Everybody got in their inish?
Yeah.
Yeah, send America Chavez up to the front. Let her.
We still have that mental connection.
No, I broke it. Oh no, we do.
So then I'm gonna say, let's just fake defeat. I can portal us out of any prison.
I literally I can also time portal, and my thought was on my turn I was going to open a time portal and start throwing them in to basically, it will be in this, it's a portal that's gonna be in the same.
Couldn't you just go back in time before you
said something stupid?
Okay, I can time travel. Guys, sorry.
Like seriously, like.
Wait a minute. You'll have to do it in the turn.
In-game do-over!
Alright, we're gonna do
Yeah,
this.
you can do it that way, but hold on
We're
a
gonna
second.
do this. We're gonna redo this. Sorry.
Listen, America Chavez is America Chavez, and impetuousness is part of the character trait. I think this deserves a karma. And the loss of focus.
All I'm saying is, America Chavez would say no. I was in character.
We're in ancient
I'm not
Egypt.
gonna
If
lie,
America Chavez has been in any history class,
Listen,
like, she would
if
know.
America Chavez had not said no, Adam was gonna say no.
All I'm saying
And
is
not
that we
joking.
have 2 options. We can either time travel 5 minutes back, or we try something really cool and I open up a time portal and we shove them all in the portal.
No, let's just-
3 days ago.
Because that's just gonna actually mess with the time continuum. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
that's a logic check.
5 minutes ago. We're going
Let's just go
5
back
minutes
real
ago.
quick.
We're going back. All right. So, Leah, do you want to just hold your turn so that I can open up a time travel together?
Okay. Is that what you want to do?
Well, actually, no, Clea, you just need to touch me.
So funny.
Hang on. I have an idea before we time travel. So, we have already an idea of how to attack the growing moon. How about somebody do an attack against the bigger ones just in case we have to face them? And then the next turn is Amanda, so she goes. I'm just saying, so that way we understand how to attack these things.
I'm down for the get down, so I'm down for whatever is gonna get us.
Because we're automatically going to go back in time anyways and redo this. It's kind of like just to see, alright, is it going to be more of a melee attack or an agility attack? You follow me?
No.
He's saying you don't know what the 25-foot statues do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Correct.
got it. Sorry, I thought he was talking about the
Right
growing
now,
moon.
these things are 25 feet tall and are in the image of Ramatut. These you know because these are the human-sized guys that you were fighting before, and you know what their capabilities are. So, how would you want to proceed then?
It's up to you guys, but I'm just saying, it's like, I would like to know if these guys take more on physical damage or, elemental damage. I don't know. Because I have a feeling we're going to face something like this in the future.
There.
What's the verdict?
But it's up to Clea because she's up first.
So
Clea.
you just want me to shoot the statue and see what happens?
Yeah.
All right.
What ability are you using?
On both
Okay.
again.
Gotcha.
Except I'm not doing any extra. We're just going to use the 5.
Well, 5 will give you 2 damage.
That's
More.
fine. That's fine.
Don't forget to use the macro to attack.
Oh, shit. All right.
Wow. That's your attack?
That's my attack.
Wow, okay. Okay.
Wow.
First of all, let me tell you what they have. That was a damn good shot. But number 1, this is what you see they have. You got it?
It's, yeah, so 6 times 7. So, 42 plus 9.
Right, we're gonna
And
double it after we
51,
take the
so
sturdy off. We're gonna double it after.
102.
102?
Yeah, and he's stunned for the round.
102. He takes it, and he's still up, and he's stunned.
That's what happens. He has 33.
See?
Gone.
Oh, Oh, see?
You're good.
Mm-hmm. 33. Got it. Wow, I can't speak.
I still think we should go back in time before this happens.
Okay. Clea, you're right next to me. I need you to stay there.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Opening a portal, I'm assuming?
Well, yes, I grab Adam Warlock, and I need Adam Warlock to come follow me right here, please.
Alrighty.
So you're gonna go right here.
Well, you're gonna take him there.
Yes, I can't control him though. All right, so I take Adam Warlock and I put his hand on me, and then I grab Hyperion's hand and Photon's hand and I put them on me, and then I grab Clea's hand and I put her on me, and everyone's just touching me and grabbing, as I'm being very clear, grabbing my clothing and me, which is attached to me.
Bring
Okay,
up the power. I think I know what you're doing, but it may not work.
because target is grabbed. So, or we can all hold hands.
Description is someone, not many people. Now, that means you're gonna have to open the portal, not the time
That's
travel
fine. I
again.
can do my time portal. All right. So, Here we go. The time portal. I do my 15 focus. Please hold.
All right. Go ahead and take it off.
Okay.
And at that
I don't
point,
have a portal. I don't have a portal thing, so
actually, I will tell you right now, a portal appears here. Okay, I'm gonna ping it there. And at this point, if people want to grab people to bring them through, you can do that.
Okay, so can I throw people through? Can I push?
Well, right now you can move still, right?
I can move, but I don't want. I have to close my own portal.
That's correct. But you can end your power at any time.
Yes.
Well, sure.
But here's my problem: is that they go in between our people
That is correct.
because we have the Ramatat statue, and then Hyperion, So really, we're just waiting on this guy. Everybody else can get through that portal. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Actually, somebody here can do something before they go.
They can throw him in.
No. Adam Warlock, you have the capacity to do something, so...
Anyways, I move here, and because Clea's already gone... Can I talk?
Nice.
Hang on.
I am confused. You're saying that I can do something. All I have is like open portal.
No, you have something you can do to prevent them from coming up on you.
Oh,
so that everybody can
okay.
go through.
So
Yeah,
but what I'm gonna do right now is
Right,
I'm
but
gonna
you gotta
throw
figure out
Clea.
what it
Clea,
is.
you want me to throw you through the
No,
portal
pull it up
since your
now.
turn's already gone? Clea, do you want me to throw you through the portal since your turn's already gone?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. So I take Clea and I throw her through the portal.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull
There
up
you go. That's what I was waiting for.
to block the portal itself from being accessed by these guys.
But with yourselves inside the barrier. That's what you're saying.
There's
Yeah.
the portal, everybody.
Okay.
It's a wall, so I'm putting the wall between them and our portal.
Not a problem. So you're putting this, basically, like this. Right?
There's the portal.
Goes back there, then yes.
Alright, so then in that case...
It's 12 spaces across.
Alright, so without complicating things too much, they're gonna down the portal, but it's not their turn because you'll get your turn before they get to do something.
There. That's the glowy stuff in the portal. Actually, hang on, I did that wrong. I need to do squirrels.
Alright, so you're gonna go through in 5 minutes back, right?
Yep.
Alright,
Hang
so
on.
you're...
Throw my swirls. Ooh. There we go. There's my swirls for my portal.
There you go.
Beautiful, right?
Alright, so now you found one way to circumvent an encounter. And at this point, you're going to step through, all of you. And you come through and step into here now. So you come out here, the same place you came from with your portal. We'll say that's your portal right there. And you step out again. But you now end your portal because you don't want them coming from the future.
Correct, yes. I will end my portal. As soon as we're all through and out, I close it.
Alright, and then guess what? This guy has no damage. He's back to normal again. You know what I'm saying? This guy?
Yep.
Never had any damage. Alright, so you step through and you close the portal behind to the area you were at. And immediately, guess what? We do a rewind. And here it is. Bow down before your god, Pharaoh Ramatat.
I bow.
Oh yes, we bow.
We bow.
We understand.
To keep our disguise.
Oh.
I elbow America to stop being so dramatic.
Okay. And with that, they just seem to wait to see what you do.
Can we? I guess we begin just walking.
The minute you start indicating that, they block the way. The 25-foot tall statues get in the way.
How about this, guys? Like, I understand.
They're not moving. They're not moving yet. But these two guys block your way to indicate you can't go through here.
Well, let's start looking for a different way around. Maybe there might be a secret path. Secret tunnel through the mountain. No, nobody? Alright, never mind.
We have news for Romata.
Oh my god, here we go.
All right, give me an ego check. That's with trouble.
I'm not
The
lying.
number is high.
I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, well, that's gonna do it.
That's not
Yeah.
going to do it.
All right. I turn to Adam. I say, Adam, tell them. Tell them our
They
news.
immediately look at you and tell you, go away or suffer.
But Adam, tell them what we have to tell Romata. And in my mind, I say, we're going to tell them of the resistance, but not tell them where the resistance is, so that they let us in. Get it? We're going to be like, we must tell him about the resistance.
Melissa, are you bringing up another telepathic network or no?
Telepathic network with who?
With your party.
Our party. We already have one.
Oh, you already had it active, right? Okay.
Yeah, we
I
didn't
wasn't
break
sure
it.
if you had released it. Okay.
No, we didn't break it.
Okay, not a problem.
Like Earth to Adam.
Okay, I mean, I guess I can follow suit with what America said and try because I have a high ego check.
I was going to say,
definitely-
Adam literally has a super high one, so I was
Just
waiting
to
for
let
that.
you know, you've already tried it with trouble and failed. You think that they're not going to let you through. I'm telling you now.
Okay.
We're looking to honor Roma Tut, and we thought the coming here would be the best place. Is there another place that we can go to pay our respects?
They point out into the city, towards like other smaller temples, other churches out there.
Because I'm looking
And-
at here.
And what is in this beautiful temple of yours?
I'm looking.
They're telling you. They tell you that this is the abode of Ramatut, and no one enters.
Alright, guys. I have
We
an
should
idea.
leave,
I'm looking at something on the map.
Which you
and
shouldn't be seeing.
which you
Oh.
shouldn't be seeing. That's the point.
No, but the thing is, you can go through the trees.
The point is right now you shouldn't see it because it's like way the F back there.
No, the trees. They're right there. It looks like you can go through the trees. Am I wrong, or am I?
No,
am I
you
crazy?
can go through the trees easy. If you're talking about the trees on the side here, yeah, easy.
I'm talking about like right here. Is this something that we can't pass?
No, those are trees, yes, but you're talking about way
No,
back
I'm talking
here.
about right here on the trees. I don't know if we can go past there. Can we?
Well, sure, you can back up. Right now, you're not being attacked.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I pretty much will bow again and just say thank you again for the hospitality, and let's just try to see if we can get through these trees, or maybe there might be somewhere we can climb up or something.
We will honor him.
And
Over here.
they bow their heads to you when you say that.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
then at that point, okay, tell me where you want to go.
I want to go here.
This way.
Here.
All right, move yourselves there.
So, I want to make sure that since Clea,
Nobody
Clea-
stops us, right?
Nobody stops us.
No. And
All right.
by the way, you were able to see, at least in a certain section here,
What?
you
where?
were able to see where number 1 is there. You see this?
Right here. The pool. The pool.
Oh,
Yes.
the pool.
You see where the pool is? You see that
Yeah.
that's a courtyard of some kind. That's the
Okay.
best you could see from that.
So if nobody stops us coming to these trees, then I'm gonna kind of keep walking past these trees. Am I good still?
Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
Okay.
Once I get here, can I throw a vigilance roll and see what I see?
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay. So 17. Do I see anything?
You see that the wall is very high on the sides of the temple. Pretty much almost as high as the 25-foot. In other words, they're 20-foot high walls. They're blocking your way into the place physically. And of course, there's columns on the sides of them. The columns go over the wall.
So these
higher
How
than the
tall
height
are
of
the
the wall.
columns?
The columns are about 30 feet up.
All right. Well, I can fly 30.
Sam, can everybody fly?
I can fly 30.
I can.
Nice. Can you fly? All right. So then I say we all get up on these columns. Let's go.
Let's get up on
Let's do some Karate Kid, Hercules, training, jumping from column to column. You know what I'm saying?
Or if we can see over, standing
Yeah.
on top of the columns.
Let's do it.
So
Let me know where you want to go to do that.
I want to go
right.
here.
Remember, these statues are 25 feet tall, so they actually look over the wall.
Okay. So we can get on top of the column.
I can fly 35 squares up, so I'm fine.
Yeah,
I can fly.
30.
So maybe what I'll do is instead of getting on the column, I think I'm gonna fly. You said the walls are 20?
Remember, in this game, a space is 5 feet. So
Okay.
that means that's the number of spaces you can fly in one round.
Yes, we understand. We understand how movement works in the game and on the map.
It's
But
also
I'm asking-
height.
Yes, I understand that. You said the walls are 20, correct?
They're 20 foot high, yes.
And the statues are 25,
Which means 4
correct?
spaces high. Which means those are 6 spaces high.
Okay, you're not answering my question. You're just doing math, and I can do math.
Right, they're
So
30
the
feet
walls-
high, and the walls are 20. I said they look over the wall.
Am I going to be able to talk at all?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Every time I talk, you continue to interrupt me. I'm trying
Will
to
you
finish
say
the statement.
something then?
I've been trying to.
Go ahead.
So I was just clarifying. So the walls are 20. The
Yes.
guys are 25.
Yes.
I'm going to fly 1 square below. So I'm going to fly at 15 feet. So that way they do not see me. Because I'm going to be right here. So I'm clarifying that I'm going to be hugged up against this wall, flying 15 feet so that the wall is providing me some sort of protection.
That's fine.
That is what I was trying to get at. But every
That's
time I
fine.
spoke, I would speak.
Go ahead. Where are you moving to?
I already moved my character. I'm trying to write the number 3 in, but it won't let me.
You have to do it quickly. Once you click on the thing, you have to click the number 3 quickly. First get rid of the color and then do it again.
It gets stuck sometimes, Amanda. You kind of have to do it a few times for it to stick.
Yeah, you click 2 colors. A color and a number.
Okay, so...
There you go. You had it. Why'd you just take it off? There you go.
Oh, I couldn't. I'm zoomed far out. I couldn't see it.
Got
If
it.
anyone else is joining me, I'm 15 feet high, so that we don't get spotted.
All right.
And I just kind of want to continue to fly around this wall, or along this wall, and every, I don't know, let's say every, I would say every 15 feet. I'll say every 15 feet I'd like to throw a vigilance check to see if we see anything. And if anyone wants to join me, you're more than welcome to.
All right, so I'm going to say just give me a vigilance check right now.
Is anyone else joining me too? Seeing if they see something?
I'll do a vigilance check.
I mean, we're telepathically linked. You can tell us.
But if I fail, somebody who might have a higher vigilance might see something. That's my point.
She's asking if anybody's joining or flying.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so if everyone
Right.
joins us in this 15-foot fly and we're all throwing
Alright.
vigilance
Bring
checks,
yourself. Bring yourself here. Amanda, bring yourself way up here.
Oh, hang on. I'm zoomed in too much now. Where do you want me? Okay, I see you. So I'm over here. Everybody else, do they follow me?
Oh, okay, hold up.
Yeah.
Oh, all the way over there? Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus, why? Oh,
Alright, yeah.
hang on. I had to zoom out a lot.
Yeah, that's why I focus pinged and brought it to the place where.
Where do I go to do the vote?
So you click on your token, and then you do this,
Yeah,
and then
do a
the
circle.
color, you have to click the number really fast. 3. You use number 3.
You just do one of the numbers. So
Oh.
But you have to click the color and then do the number fast.
there, and that's it. You click out of it. So yeah, you're good there. Perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so we're all there, I think.
You okay?
So do we just hit another vigilance check?
Now, I'm looking at the vigilance check she has. Hold on a second.
I had a 15.
Let me do
Yes.
mine.
You're gonna be continuing on. What is Clea's?
My vigilance?
Yes.
Pathetic.
Do you have an edge with it or no?
No.
Okay. Photon rolled a what? 15 also? No. Hyperion, you got a 15 also. So you
Yeah.
you keep going. You
Alright.
don't spot it. Anybody else? Where's Adam? Adam Warlock, where are you? Are you with the group or not? Nice. Are you with the group?
AFK.
Oh,
Nice is
she's
not
AFK?
nice. Yeah, Nice is not there right now. But I would have said just keep her with the group.
Where's her character at all? Oh, I see it. It's way in the front.
Yes.
Stayed over there. Okay.
Well,
Nice went to the bathroom, so.
Alright, no problem. We'll move her up. Alright, so she's gonna make a vigilance check. I'll make it for her.
alright.
I have a question. Before we left those people, we said gather the resistance but stay hidden. Did we make any? I don't remember. We didn't make any checks or anything, right?
Alright, so that is actually the roll that's needed.
Okay.
And spots a secret entrance in the side of the wall.
Secret tunnel. Where is it though?
Here.
Okay.
Alright, so you can actually see that it's a secret door that you can enter through, if that's what you want.
I mean that's the only way I see us getting in instead of just being.
Can I ask a question? This
Yeah.
wall right here that I'm pinging,
That's 20 foot tall.
I just want to confirm that it's 20 foot, so if we go through the secret entrance and we're still
They won't
flying at
see you.
15, they won't see me. Got it.
That is correct.
Okay, so I say let's do it, guys.
Let's go through.
Through the secret entrance we go.
Alright, you can move yourselves to the other side over here. Alyssa?
Yeah, I'll go over. Sorry.
No problem.
Here we go.
Sam? There you go. Alright, where do you want to go? You see this following here. Hold on. This is what you see. I'll tell you right now.
Figure wall.
Let me see.
They just put on the metros.
Definitely, it's gonna the most.
It gives us 2 points, so yeah, double the miles.
Just last place.
Alright, so you come up to this area here. Let me kind of focus ping this again. Bring this into play. All right, you see what seems to be a what looks to be a throne room area, and a giant statue. Those of you that can see, a giant statue of Rama Tut over here. Do you guys want to move to that area?
I'm zooming out. Where is it?
Right here in the center.
Oh, okay. I say let's go and examine it, but I want to make
I say
sure.
we need to be careful. Can we
Yeah.
sneak? Or do you have to have sneak or something?
You can try.
Well, actually, we're levitating right now. We're not even touching the ground.
That's
So
correct. You're all flying.
Yeah, so I don't think we trigger anything.
All right, well, I move over here. Does anything happen?
Not. Okay, so when you get there, I need a vigilance check.
Ah, shit.
Everybody else move up. Who's moving up?
Alright, vigilance.
Yes. You too now, America. Okay, definitely America, Clea are not surprised. Let me see if Hyperion is. Photon, you are surprised, for sure.
I got 15.
Wait, am I rolling the wrong vigilance?
Where I
No,
move.
non-combat, that's fine. Non-combat is fine. The
everybody-
question is whether you had heightened senses or not to get an edge. But if you don't, then that's your roll. Alright, so this is what happens. You guys move out to here.
Hold on, Ralph. I asked a question.
What was
Where
it?
you see where Warlock is? Do I still have to roll a vigilance there?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, everybody.
Non-combat, right?
Non-combat.
Where it go through? Where did it go?
There, you're good.
Alright, so I think that's a surprise also. Hold on. Let me verify.
I have an edge, so I can reroll.
Then use it if you have heightened senses for it. Do you have heightened senses or you have something else somehow?
Well, I have. Hold on, where did it go? Situational. Oh no, that's initiative only. Never mind.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, definitely it looks like the 14 does make it, but not the 12. So you're going to be surprised, Photon. That just means that you have trouble on your initiative. And I'll tell you why. Okay. So, you guys come towards the courtyard here, and immediately you see in the courtyard are the following individuals. Do you see them?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you see these individuals standing guard within the courtyard, and immediately they notice you. It's except Photon, who's surprised by them. But this is what they look like, so you have an idea what they each look like. Very important you know this. Alright, here we go.
Oh, I got it.
So each of them look.
Oh god, it just.
Who has fonts of information? I need
Me.
fonts of information from anybody who has it.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. There you go.
Hang on. Yes.
Okay. You had an edge on it, right? Okay. All right. So you immediately know Hyperion because one of the jobs you actually held down is a teacher, and you happen to remember this because you actually were teaching this in one of the schools for history. You were teaching about Egyptian lore, and one of the things you notice is that these individuals all look like the following gods. And please go ahead and click on the center so you can see who they are.
Yep.
You You see how they represent each of those? That is the shape that they have currently. One is Ra, sun god. Set of the underworld. Serket, the scorpion of the desert. Sobek, one of the gods of the Nile, of the crocodiles. And Apep, who is the god of the snakes. And these individuals immediately see you, of course. And you see they're 5 12-foot tall golden robots shaped in the form of those gods. And they seem to be in front of this 25-foot robot, the one you saw from coming in. But they're smaller, of course. And one is falcon-headed, as I said. The other one's jackal-headed. The other one's a giant snake, crocodile-headed. And the other one is a giant scorpion. Now, at that point, they turn to you, immediately noticing you. And they say, "Fools! You are unworthy of the true might of Ramatat." And with that, we're going to go to initiative. And we'll get that out of the way before we end the session. So now you are going to fight the gods of Egypt.
Okay, so Ra is the sun god. Maybe his power has something to do with energy.
No situational awareness on this one. Nope. The next one is Ra. No situational awareness as I can see. Now Set. He does have situational awareness. And Sobek. No situational awareness I can see. Nope. And last but not least, Serket. Alright. Looks like that's all of them right now. Let me set this to round 1. Alright, everybody already got their rolls in, right? I'm going to sort you guys. Here we go. Okay. So, the situation is as follows. You are now facing the gods of Egypt.
Great.
And that will be the fight of the century for next session.
Well,
As
here's
we
the
will
good
see.
news, is that for the most part, we go in front of them.
So, with that,
Wait, hang on. I see America, I see Adam, I see Clea, Hyperion. Where's Photon? Photon's not in the order.
I got 12. It says she's in there.
she there? Her order?
You're not there. Photon's not there.
I'll add the turn and she can put in the number. Go ahead and put yourself, please.
Thank you. Well, I'm 12.
Alright, let me resort. And I will reset it back to 1. Okay, perfect. So everybody's there. Everybody sees the order they're going to go in for next sign? Right?
Everybody's there?
Yep.
All right. And with that, the session will end.